Hi guys! Welcome back to another Monday upper body class. I'm so glad you're here. I know it was probably tough to get yourself up, get your workout clothes on, but you're here, you made it. That's what counts, right? We are ready to move our bodies. So, I want today to do something just a teeny bit different than what we normally do. I want you to set an intention for this workout. So what I mean by that is I want you to decide why you're doing this workout. What are you here for? Is it weight loss? Is it strength? Is it to gain confidence? To push yourself? Only you know what the answer is to that question. But I want you to think about that. And I want you to reflect over that as we go through this workout today. And I want you to remind yourself of whatever that goal is, whatever you're striving for, whenever it gets tough. So just like last week, we are going to cycle through 2 moves for a set of 6. So 3. We're going to do each move 3 times, alternating between the moves. So make sure you have your weights ready. Remember, you can find things around your house for weights, but I would recommend that you have 2 different weights or a heavy weight and then no weight, because some of the moves it's going to be a little bit too much to try and use your heavy weight for, or the same heavy weight as you're using for like your biceps as you're using for like your shoulders. So just keep that all in mind. Keep that intention in mind. And then we're just going to start with a quick prayer. Ask the Holy Spirit to enter into this time together. Heavenly Father, I just ask now that you would send your spirit down, that you would just be here with us, that you would make your presence known, that you would send your light into our rooms and make the enemy flee, that you would keep us safe from all injury. And Lord, that when it gets tough, will you just let us know you're there, just helping us get through supernaturally to the next set and just finishing strong. We ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So I'm Sarah B. Welcome to another live fitness class. So if you are ready, you don't need any weights to start. We're just going to warm up. If you're here, though, drop a message in the comment. Woo! Got your new pants on even. Looking snazzy, I bet. You'll have to tell me later, Lisa, how they felt. Gotta hike up my pants. I know, I'm so cute, right? Hiking up my pants. Hi, Carrie. Happy Monday. Remember, if you're here, we have a new challenge this month. I almost forgot to point this out. This month, if after class is over, if you post to your social media anything you want, it could be like, yeah, I'm tired, I just worked out, whatever, with the hashtag, or not the hashtag, but at Boom Fitness, tag me, Sarah Boomgarden, or tag Boom Fitness. It'll enter you into win a Boom Fitness tank top. Or if you really hate tank tops, I can probably swap it out for a t-shirt. That's up to you. All right, no more talking. Let's get started. All right, here we go. Step touch. Roll those shoulders. Make it big. All right, other way. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. All right, we're going to open and close those arms. You can get as dancey as you want. Have a little fun here. This is a time for you. A time to work on your body, to sculpt it up, but also to have just a little bit of fun, right? It doesn't have to be a time of being serious. All right, raise the roof. You're just pushing up towards the sky. Kind of like you're raising the roof. The roof is on fire. Are you on fire tonight? Come on, you gotta bring it for me. All right, we're gonna push it back. Bend those elbows, push it back. Like you're swatting something away from you. We're warming up those triceps. Woo! Hot triceps. How you doing? Getting warm there, aren't you? All right, we're gonna curl it up. All right, we're gonna curl in front, curl the side, front, side. Woo! All right, we're gonna reach, twist and reach. That twist is important. We want to warm up that core. All right, bring it open, bring it forward, open, forward. Squeeze those shoulder blades, bring it forward. Woo! Like you're flapping your wings, but squeezing those shoulder blades at the top. I'm gonna warm up that back. All right, stand here. Come back down to a squat. We're gonna round it up, and then exhale. Push that chest out. Round that spine up. Exhale, bring it down. Couple more times through like that. Round out that spine for me. The standing cat-cow. All right, I want you to come to the edge of your mat. We're gonna walk it out with our hands. Walk it to the top of your mat. Do a couple push-ups here. You can come down to your knees if you want. All right, push it back up to that plank. I want you to lean it forward. Push it back. Lean it forward. Come to a pike or down dog. Lean it forward. Down dog. Couple more here. Mark those hands back. Roll it up. Roll those shoulders. All right, take one arm. Spin it round and round. Working into that shoulder here. I'll warm up that rotator cuff. Reverse. All right, other arm. Whew. I don't care which direction you do to start because we're going to do both ways. So if you're doing the opposite of me, don't worry about it. Just keep going. All right, other way. Great work here. Look at you go. Strong as ever. Doing great. All right, I'm going to encourage you today, crisscross those arms, to go heavy with your weights. The first two of the set, I'm going to have you go as heavy as you can. So heavy enough, keep going with those arms, that it's challenged to get up, but not so challenging that you can only do one for 40 seconds, right? I want it to be in between there, right? So first move, chest scoop. You're going to go to medium heaviness here. So this isn't going to be your heaviest weight because we're going to have a long lever leg. We're going to step that foot back. Arms are going to come out wide. We're going to scoop it up. Check it out. My elbows are bent. Scooping it up to the chest. Second move. We're going to hinge it forward. We're going to bend those knees. Alternate. Rowing up. Palms facing in. All right. 40 seconds on the clock. Starting with those chest scoops. Stagger your stance here. Arms come out wide, palms facing away from you. Scoop it up. Scoop it up. Woo. So I want you to go heavy here. That might mean that you are just going pretty darn slow, getting it up there and coming back down. That's okay. I want you to challenge your strength here. That last round we do, we're going to challenge your endurance. So challenge your strength here. That means go as heavy as you can.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Whew. Now you might go a little heavier for these rows. We're going to do single arm. So we want to hinge it forward.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
And you're going to row it up. So check it out here. Keep that spine straight, neutral. You don't want to keep going. You don't want to bend forward like this and have any curve in that spine. That's going to put way too much pressure on your back.
That's halfway.
This is a move that works our back, but we don't want to work it in ways that aren't good for it. Lift that elbow up high. Pull it back. Rest. Come back to that chest scoop, which probably means you're going to go to a lighter weight. Woo. You can alternate the other leg in front. It doesn't really matter, though. There's not any weight bearing on that. Scoop it up. Woo. Keep that chest lifted. I want you to focus on squeezing that chest together at the top. Squeeze it up. Woo. Oh, yeah. Keep going here. Challenge yourself a little harder. Don't drop it down. Keep it lifted up. Rest. Whew. Shake it out for me. Get that blood moving. Then go ahead, grab your weights. We're going to go into that row. Row it up. Cool. We want this to be a heavy weight for us. Something that you can maintain control with, but that's still really a challenge for you. Keep going. Things are like smashing. All right, rest it up. All right, you may go a little bit lighter for this last one. We're going to do some pulsing here, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Feel that chest contracting. 3, 2, 1. Keep going. If you're at a different pace than me, that's okay. Just keep it going with those pulses. Woo! I'm already making pretty faces at you. Woo! Rest. All right. All right, we're going into that back row, or bent over row. Get ready. Here we go. I'll turn to the side. I want you to feel this in your back. So that first move was for chest. This move is for the back. I'm not going to do a pulse for this one. I just stray away from pulsing anything that involves the back. Whew, when I can.
3, 2, 1.
Whew. Those were heavy. All right. We got chest press and reverse fly. So this chest press is going to look just a little bit different. I'm just going to show it to you standing up. You'll be on the ground, but I'm just going to show you standing up. You're going to chest press up. Then you're going to flip, come down. Push it up, flip the palms, and bring it down. So when you get up, you're going to flip it in so the pinkies are in and bring it down. If that was too complicated, feel free to just do a regular chest press. Second move, reverse fly. All right, so for that reverse fly, you're hinged forward, bent knees, and you're just going to reverse your fly. All right, chest press down on the ground. Meet me there. Whew. So push it up, flip, bring it down. So it's just a little flip rotation at the top. Again, if that's too much for you or too complicated, you're not comfortable with it, you'll just keep those palms facing away and tap it together at the top. That's fine with me.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Woo. All right, reverse fly. Now, just like that chest scoop, I tend to go a little bit lighter for the reverse fly. Here we go. Hinge it forward, fly it open. Exhale on the exertion. So now, even though you maybe went down a little bit lighter, make sure this is still a big challenge for you. Maybe for round 2, you go a little heavier if this isn't challenging enough. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top. Rest. All right. Come right down to the mat. Get set up again. Get ready for that chest press. Whew. All right, here we go. Press it up. Give me that little flip. Or don't. You don't have to do the flip if that bothers you at all. Whew. When you add that flip, though, you're adding a little bit of forearm in there. Oh. The second set, it should be hard to get it up there.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Whew. I don't know if you can see that, but I was struggling to get it all the way to the top. That's where I want you. I don't want it to feel easy. I want it to be a challenge, okay? Not so challenging that you can't do it, but all right. So for my first round of back flies, it actually felt a little bit too easy. It wasn't challenging enough, so I went up a little higher. Whew. That's your choice, though. Maybe where you're at's good. Keep those shoulders lifted, okay? Don't hunch forward. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top. Squeeze. Whew. Rest. Whew. Come back down. Get ready for that chest press. You're going to want to get set up right away. Whew.
3,
2, 1. Here we go.
exercise 2.
This time, if you want, you can stick with what we were doing before, or for this round, give me a little pulse. Now I stuck with my same weight. Whew. But I'm still going to attempt the pulse here. We'll see how it goes towards the end. Keep going. Maybe if partway through the pulse you feel like that's just too much, you can always return to here. Rest. Woo! Gonna feel that one tomorrow. All right, we're gonna add a little pulse, so you may want to go down a little bit lighter. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, these are heavy. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Hey, if you can't add that little pulse, don't worry about it. Give me just singulars. Whew. And those feet are just about hip distance apart. Core is braced. Woo. All right. I gotta drop down if I'm gonna do that. Woo. Rest. Hey, it's always good to challenge yourself, but when you know you're at a point where it ain't happening, don't be too prideful to drop it down. All right, we're gonna switch gears here. We're gonna go to tricep, biceps. Take those arms out, grab a drink. We wanna give our muscles a little bit of a chance to recover in between. All right, here's what we're gonna do. First move, feet are hip distance apart, shoulders up, back and down, palms facing in, hammer curls. Second move, we're gonna hinge it forward, elbows come up, kickbacks. You have the option to alternate or do them both at the same time. Same as before, I want you to go heavy, okay? As heavy as you can. Maybe you're really heavy and you want to just do single arm. Maybe you don't have really heavy, in which case, then I want you to go for endurance. So I want you to go get in as many as you can in this time allotted. But maybe you do have heavy and you look like me right now. Whew. Struggling to get it up and down. That's okay. Stick with me in that struggle. Keep going. Whew. All right. Tricep kickbacks are next. Whew. I think I need something in between those two. All right. Kickbacks. Hinge it forward. Elbows high. Kick it back. Pull it in. So check it out here. Your core needs to be braced. Shoulders need to be back. Away from your ears. Feet are about hip distance apart. Whew. Feel that burn. Embrace that burn. You're doing awesome. Hang in there with me. Those moments where you're ready to give up, that matter. Whew. Those other moments matter. This one just matters a little bit more. Whew. All right, get yourself ready. We're going back to those hammer curls. All right. I decided my new heavy weight was a little too heavy still. I'm going to come back to my 15s. Whew. But notice here, these are still heavy. These don't feel easy. Easier. Don't drop it on the way down. Control here. Rest. Whew. We got kickbacks next, okay? In between, you can drop your weights, shake them out a little bit. All right, kick back. I have one of those Bowflex things that you can switch the weight on, but they almost just don't work for this because I can't change the weight fast enough. Whew. I'm gonna turn to the side here. Check it out. Shoulders are up and back. Core is braced. My knee is not locked out. There's a little bend in my knee. I'm hinged forward. Rest. All right. This next set, we're going to pulse. So we're going to come right about here and pulse our weight. If you want to drop down a little bit from your heaviest, you can. If you are struggling just to lift it up and down, you're going to want to drop your weight for this. Or for this third round, you can always choose to stick with strength for the last round and not endurance. This works our muscles differently. Woo! You might feel your heart rate getting up a little higher with this move. Woo! Rest. Do me a favor, in between. Shake it out. Let that blood move. We were pooling that blood in our bicep. We got to let it move after you're done. All right, get ready. Kick back. Same thing. Pulses. Woo! It doesn't have to be a crazy fast pulse. Whew. Your breathing might get a little harder here. That's okay. Embrace it. Your arms might start shaking a little. That's good. That's where the magic happens. Woo! Rest. Woo! Dag it. All right. Do me a favor. Shake it out. You're doing great. Whew. No matter what you're feeling, you're doing just great. Just great. I don't know, I think I was going to say fine and great at the same time. Kind of like gruel. All right. The next one is a supinated bicep curl. So we're still on that bicep. Here's what we're going to do. Wide curl, so palms facing you. So you're going to wide curl. You're going to bring it in, and then you're going to curl it down. And then bring it out, narrow, down, wide, narrow, down. Second one is skull crushers. We'll be on the ground for that. We're going to take 2 weights, crush them down towards our forehead. All right, let's get started. Don't worry, I'll do that one with you if you didn't catch that all the way. Wide, narrow, down. Wide, narrow, down. So those elbows are pretty much into your side this whole time. So you can go a little bit heavier because we've lowered that lever length. If you find yourself doing this to get that weight up though, it's too heavy. Rest. All right, we're going to come down to the mat for those skull crushers. Now you can choose to take 2 weights, keep them narrow, and bring them down towards the forehead and lift it up. Palms facing in. Or you can take 1 weight and bring it down and up. It's the same movement either way. Just whichever feels more comfortable for you, maybe where you feel more confident that you're not going to drop the weight on your forehead. That's where I want you to be. Woo! I'm shaking. That's where I want you. Rest. You aren't feeling anything else. That's right. He's bigger than any battle you're facing. Whatever it is, surrender it to the Lord. All right, here we go. Curl it up. Center. Curl it down. So wide to narrow. Oh, man. This is our second round that has biceps. So this round is probably going to feel a lot harder than that first round. Breath. All right. Whew, shake it out. Come down to the mat. I apologize if it's hard for you to get up and down. Take your time getting up and down if you need to. I try to plan out floor moves together and standing moves together, but occasionally it doesn't seem to work out completely. You can always do that curl, bicep curl move on your knees if that's a little bit easier for you to get up and down. Or you can stay standing when we do these skull crushers and just do those kickbacks again. Rest. Woo! All right. We're going to add a little pulse into this one. So if you want to drop down, you can. Here we go. Pulse. Bring it in. Down. Pulse when it's wide. Bring it in and down. Woo! Come on, get it. You guys, I know I'm making the weirdest faces right now. Woo! Rest. All right. Come down to your mat. So this time for these tricep or these skull crushers, you're going to pulse it over your head. Unless you have a really heavy weight, then just do it normal. I would rather you not pulse if you're not confident with the weight you have over your head. Or maybe even if you're using two weights like I am, take the arms just a little bit wider so the weight is not over your forehead. So if you were to drop said weight, you would not lose your brain, your head, I don't know. I know our skulls are pretty tough, but if you've got anything around, you got a heavy weight, it's gonna crush. Woo! Woo, doggy. Did I feel that today? All right. Last set that involve bicep triceps, I promise. Whew. All right. First round, just a regular old bicep curl. So stick with that heavy weight as long as you're not doing this to get it up, right? If you're recruiting muscles from the back to get that weight up, then drop down to a lighter weight. So it's just a curl. Second move, you're going to grab a chair. You're going to hold on to that chair, and you're just going to dip. Or you can do it on the floor if maybe you don't have a chair nearby. Most people have a chair in their house, but maybe you're in a room that just doesn't have chairs. Then feel free, you can do this on the floor. All right. So palms are facing away, feet are hip distance apart. Check in with that core. Is it still braced? If not, brace it now. So I want you to imagine first drawing that belly button in and then tightening that core set around it. So you're like sucking that core in twice. So draw the belly button in and then pull in that core set. Remember, on that way down, it's tempting to just let that weight drop because it gets heavy. Rest, but use control there. All right, if you got that chair, get it out. You only got 15 seconds between moves. Whew. All right, get ready. Now, if this ever gets too easy, maybe after a while it will. Probably not today because this is our third round with triceps. So your triceps are probably pretty spent already. But if you do want more, go ahead, throw a weight on your hips, or you can alternate lifting legs or just hold one up. Woo, that's a killer. Woo, that burn. Who's burning? Woo! Jesus, he loves me. All right, get ready for those bicep curls. All right, slow it down for me. Really slow it down on the way down. I want you to almost exaggerate it. Keep going. Check in with that core. Draw that belly button in and then feel the rest of your core tucking around that. Check in with your shoulders. Make sure they're nowhere near your ears. Make sure they're back. Chest is lifted. Rest. All right. Find that chair again. Or you can be on the ground. It's definitely possible to do on the ground. Woo! Who's ready for this? All right, here's your challenge. You can move through this. Or if you're up for a challenge, hang out here with me. This is an isometric movement where we're not moving at all. We're just holding. This might feel way tougher. I don't know, for me, these isometric ones always feel a little bit harder. I prefer to move through the strength moves. Woo! But it's good to change it up. Woo, smile through the pain. Rest. Woo! All right. Last bicep curl is going to be a pulse. So if you need to drop down, feel free. All right. I want to remind you too. Little pulses. If you're feeling pain, if it's more than just muscles burning, if it's somewhere in a joint, so say right here, elbow, knee, hip, shoulder, if that's hurting, if that's painful, I want you to stop. If it's just muscles burning, you don't get to stop. But if it's ever pain in a joint, I want you to stop right away. Whew. Your joints should not hurt during this movement. All right. Who's going to pulse with me? Are you? Yes, you are. I know you are. Come on, let's do it. Woo! You'll thank me later. You're like, will I though? Yes, you will. I predict your future right now. When you've got those nice, lean, sculpted triceps, you'll say, thank you, Sarah, for those tricep dips. that I hated so much. The ones where I was cursing your name. Woo! 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Shake it out for me. All right. Whew. All right, grab a drink of water real quick. I want you to get at least one drink in during this class if you haven't yet. All right. Next one, we got some shoulders. I got to move some of these weights out of my way. So first move is a halo. You're going to make a halo around your head. You go one direction and then you go the other direction. Second move, you're going to come down on the floor. You're going to go into a push-up, into a pike. Push-up, pike. All right, start with a halo. This is a shoulder move, but you can probably go heavier than, say, if we were doing side raises. All right, come down to the mat. Now remember, for the push-up, you can always come down to your knees and then push up to the pike afterwards. I'll show you that the first time here. So it could like this. You could do push-up, then push up onto your toes to a pike, come down, push up, pike, or you could stay up the whole time. I'm going to challenge you. If you've been doing this a while, this isn't your first time or anything, I'm going to challenge you to do this round completely on your toes. No shame if you don't make it through, but that's your challenge today. Rest. Whew. Come back to those feet for that halo. Whew. I'll be shaking my bag when I need to stay. Here we go. Halos. I like to do 2 one way and then 2 the other way. Whew. Whew. You gotta be careful not to pull your hair out. Did that a couple times. Woo! You're doing great. Ugh. Getting heavier. Rest. All right. Meet me down on the mat. We've got those push-ups to a pike. See how many you can do on your toes. Here we go. Whew. It's not about how many you do here. It's about how many you do well. Give it your all. That's going to look different for each of you.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Woo! All right. Last set of halos. There we go. My bags when I need to stay. Hey, check in with that intention. What did you come here for today? What was your goal? Whew. Remember that when it starts getting tough, when you're ready to give in, when you're ready to quit, rest. All right. This last one's a doozy. We're going to pulse for 3 in that push up, and then you get a little rest. You come up to that pike, come back down for that pulse. You can stay up on those toes if you can, or just come to the knees. Pike, 3, 2, 1, pike. Woo! We having fun yet? It's a party up in here. Build that fire. Deepen that chest. Build that desire for more. Rest. Woo! Amazing. All right. This last set, you're going to want to go lighter. I think for the first 2 sets, I'm going to attempt my 8s. Attempt, keyword there. We'll see how long they last. I may go down something lighter. So now, here you have an option. You can stay standing if it bothers you to be on a knee, or you can throw something underneath your knee for extra padding. Otherwise, just have one knee up, one knee down. First one, we're going to come. Arms are going to be into your side, palms facing in. You're going to reach it up, rotate it up, bring it in. Second one, you'll stay in that goal post, and you're just going to lift it up. All right? Here we go. Round 1. Rear delt flies. So lift it up and up. So we're working those deltoids, the top of the shoulders there. These aren't a huge muscle, so you may want to go a little lighter. Like I said, I'm trying out my 8s, but that for me is a lot. And don't worry about speed. This isn't about getting just like 20 in. Rest. I'd rather they be solid, full out, heaviest weight you can handle. All right, these ones are going to be a little bit of a lift. You can either lift all the way up or lift here. For the first 2 rounds, I'm going to lift all the way up. But that's up to you. If this bothers your shoulder, you could either stay here or either just come back to here if that bothers your shoulder to lift up overhead. If you have any kind of shoulder impingement, this could really irritate that shoulder. So in which case, you would come back to those rear delt flies, or even just switch to like a bicep curl or something that doesn't involve the shoulders. Rest. Whew. Gotta shake those babies out. Now, if you've been kneeling, go ahead and switch those knees out. That knee will appreciate it. We're gonna switch over to that rear delt with that rotation. Woo! Does anybody else start closing their eyes when it gets hard? Like somehow that's going to make it not hard. Come on. We're almost there. 10 more seconds. You can do anything for 10 seconds, right? You can do the hard stuff. I know you can. Rest. Woo! All right. We're going to push up overhead. Now, if you don't like being down on your knees, I'll show you this next one, not on my knees, just to show you it's okay. Maybe you don't feel like lifting that high. You can always come to here. Woo, guys. I know I'm just making the goofiest faces right now. When those arms start to tremble, when you feel weak, tap in to that power of the living spirit inside of you. Rest. Woo! All right. For this last one of these rear delts, we are just going to lift it up and down. Okay? We're not going to do the rotation for this last one. All right, here we go. So we're obviously going to get more in because we're taking out that rotation. So we're able to move a little bit faster here. So get ready for that burn. Woo! I'm going to turn away from you so you can't see my face as well. Woo! I can't help it. These burn so much. If you're burning too, I'm right there with you. You're not alone.
2, 1.
Rest. All right. This last one, I'm going to drop down just a little bit. I'm going to go to 5s. We're going to come up to that goal post, and we're going to pulse it right here. It's going to burn. Get ready. Here we go. So we're not going up real high. This is about 1 inch up and down. That's it. I want you to check in with your mind. Let your mind know that even though this is getting really hard, even though your mind says you can't do another rep, that you can't possibly stay another 10 seconds, tell your mind you are capable, that you will finish this set, and you're done. You got it. All right. From here, we're moving on to core. Just going to put some of these away so I got some room here. I'm like really bad about putting my weights back. I just throw them on the floor. All right, get ready. First one, you're going to come into a plank and you're going to jump, or you can always step, or you can just hold a plank. You pick whatever level feels right for you. All right, get ready. Here we go. So you're in that plank. You're jumping those knees up, back, jump, back, or maybe you're just stepping. Up to you. Maybe you're just here in your plank. Keep going for me. Tucking my shirt in a little bit. I know these ones are tough. If you gotta slow it down, you can. Rest. Woo! Those are a doozy, huh? All right, we're gonna do a plank shoulder tap. Push up into your plank. Tap the shoulders. If that feels like beyond your ability, come down into like a modified push-up and come here, okay? Pick your level. Try not to rotate too much. Try and keep those hips square. Easier said than done, but that really involves core stability here. Keep going. We're almost there, I promise. Rest. Whew. Why does my nose always itch in the middle of the move? Mountain climbers are next. And then we're going to flip it over. So you can walk or run or even just hold another plank. Maybe you want to crisscross. That's always fun. Maybe you want to keep those knees straight. Whatever feels right for you. I can't tell you what to do. I can just give you ideas. Keep breathing. Two, one. Woo! Flip it over. If you want to grab a lightweight, you can. We're going into Russian twist. You're on those sits bones. Rowing side to side. You can do this with no weight if you want. Totally up to you. Woo! You guys, it's getting tough. For me anyway. So if it's getting tough for you, you're not alone. But we can do this. We are more conquerors. Not by my strength, but by his. We are going to get this done. You are David. You will beat Goliath. Woo! Rest. Lay it down flat. We're going to scissor our legs down and up like you're cutting a giant sheet of paper. Whew. Now maybe that's too tough for you. You can keep those legs up a little higher or even come here. Bend the knees and just tap it down. Totally up to you. Pick your level wherever you're going to be successful. That's what's important. You feel successful. No one even needs to know what level you pick. Rest. Whew, we're going to do a reverse crunch next. So we're going to crunch it up, tap those feet down. So I want those hips all the way off the mat. Crunching it up. Woo! Guys, we're almost there. Like the end of the end of the whole workout. We're almost there. Don't give up yet. Rest. Woo! Bicycle crunches are our next move. Pretty sure it's the last move. Yep, last move. It's just opposite elbow, opposite knee, extending that opposite leg. Make sure you're breathing. If you even have to stop just to catch your breath, Make sure you're breathing. It's super important. Woo! 10 seconds. That's all that's left. That's all I ask of you. 5 seconds. That's it. 2, 1. Woo! You did it. Woo! Excellent. All right. Come to a comfortable seated position. Pull one arm across, stretching out that shoulder here. You guys, excellent work. I know that challenged you mentally a few times at least, right? At least it did for me. And hey, if it ever starts to feel too easy, like you're like, oh, I don't know, it didn't feel as hard as last time, switch arms, then that's just your body's way of telling you, guess what? We need bigger weights. That'll make it harder real quick. So if you ever feel that way, congratulations. That just tells you you're stronger than you were last week. But just know strength doesn't come quick, right? It takes time. Pull down on that elbow. You got to tear down that muscle tissue, let it rebuild itself, and then tear it down again and let it rebuild itself. But do that enough times, and suddenly you're going to be lifting things that you didn't even know you were capable of lifting. Other side. You're going to see muscles popping out that you didn't know you had. I see that in your future. Maybe you've already got all the muscles and you're just here to maintain. That's okay too. Put your hands on your knees, round it back. Wherever you're at, whatever your goals are, whatever that intention was that you set today, tuck that chin. That is yours. You get to own it. Go ahead, sit it up tall. Take those hands behind, clasp them together, take them behind the head, and puff out that chest. Should feel a stretch through the chest area. Maybe a little through the bicep. You take that gaze up towards the ceiling. Excellent. We're going to come into a tabletop position here, and I just want you to thread the needle through. Take one arm underneath the other one. Drop the shoulder down. You'll feel this in your shoulder, but you should also feel this in your lats. Maybe a little bit in your traps. If you don't know what those are, just some muscles in your back. You should feel a back stretch. Let's just call it that. And while you're here, I just want you to check in with your breath. How's it doing? Is it short and shallow? Go ahead, push it back up to tabletop. Thread the other arm through, drop the other shoulder down. Or is it long and drawn out? If your answer was short and shallow, I challenge you to draw it out just a little bit longer. Maybe to a count of 3 in and to a count of 3 out. If you can do longer than that, that's even better. This is the time that I want you to connect with that breath. We're going to push those hips back. Take those arms out in front, and I just want you to drop your head to the mat and just kind of walk your fingertips forward. Feel that deep shoulder stretch here. While you're here, focusing on that breath, maybe take this time to focus on something that you're thankful for right now. Maybe it's many things, maybe it's just one thing, but find something to be thankful for. Go ahead, release that. Come to a comfortable position here. We're going to close out in prayer. Heavenly Father, you know the hearts of each and every person doing this workout with me, Lord. I just pray you'd meet them where they're at. I pray that you would answer any prayers that are weighing heavy on their heart, that if there's any illness, any infirmity upon their physical bodies, Lord, that any infirmities would be removed. And Lord, that they would just come and draw closer to you and feel your presence even more than maybe they have in the past. I just ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget, if you have social media, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can just tag me in the post to get credit, or you can tag the group Boom Fitness, or you can tag Fitness with Sarah. Whatever you tag, just something that I am able to see so I know you tagged it. But either way, even if you don't do it, that's okay. I'm just glad you were here today, and I am just so thankful for each and every one of you. You guys have an excellent, excellent night. Whew. I hope you're feeling this like I am, because holy guacamole, I'm feeling it. Bye, guys.